that. Yes. Imagine it falls.
We'll have to jump and catch it.
Hello and welcome to another SBGMR video. Today we are here with our next instalment of the tournament.
That's right, tournament 2020 that's taken over a year to do. We are today coming at you with a battle between the Easterlings, commanded by myself, and Ross is leading.
A contingent of warriors of Erebor aligned with the Iron Hills. Obviously the Iron Hills were vanquished earlier on in the tournament, however I don't have enough Erebor painted, therefore they have made a return, but only in a very small contingent.
That's right, yes. And we're playing today Heirloom of Ages Past. Yeah, we'll get straight into it and show you the armies. A little apology for the fact that we have taken so long to get this up. Lockdown has been tough on us all,
as you can tell. Imagine. Settings are anew.
Indeed.
So anyway, without further ado, we will show you the board, show you the armies, and we'll get into it.
Okay, so today we are going to be playing Scenario 10, Heirlooms of Ages Past. We will be putting time limit on this. So here is my army for today. Let's come down here. So I have Fror, and he is leading 12 Grim Hammers. Now they do have the Guardian upgrade, which allows them to be Strength 4. And then moving across, we have Frayne, and he is leading 6 Warriors of Erebor with Spear and Shield. And then, as promised, the allied contingent is a Iron Hills captain with 3 warriors of the Iron Hills with Spear and Shield, and 4 there with crossbow. So seeing as he is the only hero of legend in this list, Fror will be the leader for my army today. So now let's go take a look at Matthew's army and the mighty glittering horde.
And this is the Easterling army for today. The warband at the back there, led by Camel the Easterling on a foul beast, is the army leader, and he has 8 Easterling warriors armed with bow in his warband. Now down the front right here we've got Amder on his armoured horse, and he's leading 8 pikes and shield warriors and 3 with just shield and hand weapon. And finally we have a Dragon Knight who is leading 6 Black Dragon upgraded Easterlings armed with sword and shield. Now for the those that are worrying whether we can tell what is what, the unbased sword and shieldmen are regular warriors, and the based sword and shieldmen have the upgrades.
Okay, so this is what the board looks like. The regulars amongst you will notice that it's pretty much the same. Smattering of some nice trees in the centre there, and some old ruins. As I said, Heirlooms of Ages Past, so we have got the 6 objectives here, and it is Maelstrom of Battle Deployment. So the board edge here, where the white strip of tape is, that is the north board edge, therefore the bottom one is southerly, just to allow you to orientate yourselves. So we will now come back to deployment and we'll show you the board once we've deployed.
Welcome back everyone to the end of the first turn, moving and shooting. I got priority, as you saw, and the forces have all arrived. You've got no one left who has not yet arrived. So over here, the Dragon Knight came on first, leading his rabble of Black Dragons. And then down in this corner here, we had Amder leading his guys on, going for a quick rush to that objective. And over in the far corner, where you started, is Camel perching on the rock with his bowman coming behind. And then Ross, you came on.
I did.
With your forces, did you not?
I certainly did. So I wanted to bring on the Iron Hills first because their little army rule is I can modify the dice by +1 -1. So I think I rolled a 3 and I opted to plus the dice by 1, so I could choose where they came on. So I brought them on the north. However,
that was followed up by my intervention.
It was. With Frayne's warband here, so Matthew chose to bring them on the south over there. I then spotted an opportunity when I rolled a 4 to bring these chaps on, because they're all armed with thrown weapons. So I wanted to bring them on and try and throw some axes and take Amder off his horse immediately. However, it was close, but there was no cigar.
Not this time.
And there were no killings from my shooting.
Nor mine.
Indeed not. So all that it remains is to go to the next turn for priority. Matthew rolls a 3, and a 6. So the pendulum of priority swings to the dwarves. Okay, welcome back. And this is how the board now looks after turn 2. As you will recall, I, as the dwarves, gained priority, and we promptly charged in over here. Of note, Amdor was dismounted
By a throwing
weapon, so it didn't come off me last turn, but this turn it did. I think it was the first one he charged in as well.
And then he got a 1 on his
Thrown rider.
so he's on the floor.
He is now prone. However, I charged him where I could. There was no further casualties caused with thrown weapons.
No.
And what did you get up to over here, Matthew?
Well, Ross, I attempted to support Amdor with 2 pikeys, and then we had the men kind of swarm in. This particular combat here is it's just a 1 on the 4. I thought I'd try and go all in on some dude, kill him off. Yeah, that's all that happened really in that corner. No heirlooms dug yet.
Indeed not.
No. Over here, you've pushed up, haven't you?
I pushed up, yeah, moved up towards the objective.
And I've also come up here. I've separated off. Can probably take out 2 heirlooms in one go with this mob.
That'd be handy, wouldn't it?
Yes. And over on this side,
what did Camel take up to over here?
well, Camel Toe, he flew from his perch and he's on his way to effect the largest fight of the game.
Yeah.
My bows tactically withdrew out of crossbow range, so Ross cannot use them.
I think that's sensible.
Which
Which alienates my Iron Hills contingent somewhat.
Yeah, it's a waste of space, you could say.
We could say that. Anyway, we will come back in to the combat phase, and as always, we will show you the captain fights. Hello and welcome back. We're going to get things straight off of a captain fight. My leader, Fror, in here has called a heroic combat. He is fighting this single Easterling.
Yes.
So,
I'm going to shield with my Easterling.
sensible decision.
Double the dice. It's a 6.
It is a 6. Okay, so a high target was set. And we also achieved a 6, which will win it for us. So Matthew, if you do the honours and abide by the rules. Beats him back. We shall obtain here. We'll see what we wound with.
Ooh, dear.
Oh, good lord. 3
no.
1s. So we don't get to move on. We don't wound. And I'm not using... Well, I don't even have enough might to get there.
No.
Do you know what? Even not playing for a while, it's good to see that the dice god still curse me. Anyway, we shall return to you for the rest of the combat. Hello, and welcome to what has turned out to be a very quiet combat round.
Yeah.
There's been probably 50-50 wins and losses for both across the board,
And
but no deaths.
no casualties at all, Ross.
No, until... Oh, no, Andrew's got 3 wounds, so even now, if he loses...
He's got 2 pikes backing him up.
Yeah, he is prone, though, so he
He's
cannot
prone.
strike me.
No, and Andrew is in black, ladies and gentlemen. There's a 4.
Four's achieved. I
He
have
is,
2.
he is, of course, a banner, so should I need to...
He will, because
He
a
will need
6 has been achieved.
I suppose I should roll with Amder.
Because you can use might then, I
I could,
suppose.
because he's a subject to double strikes.
He is.
And you
But I
have-
haven't gone two-handed,
Your
so...
strength 4, though,
I am, that's
so you
true.
only need 5 pluses.
That's very true.
Anyway, Amder's re-rolling his banner. Oh, it's a 2.
It's not good enough.
You know what? I think 2 mites to get his 4 up to a 6. It seems a bit absurd, doesn't it,
It
Ross?
does seem a bit absurd. You've got fate with him.
And you do need to roll 5 pluses. I have 1 fate. You would have to get 4 5 pluses, and I'd have to fail my fate.
It would happen. And you've got all your might as well, haven't you?
Yes,
So-
I think what we'll do, Ross, is we'll allow you to do your double strikes.
Thank you, Matthew. So,
Though
our pool of dice are now increased to 4.
I am remembering some advice from an excellent player of the game, which is don't let bad things happen.
I was about to say.
But we shall see.
I think you've already...
I've made my decision.
You've made your decision. Make me rich.
Just the one.
Just the one.
Is there any rules about fate? There isn't, is there? So I will roll for his fate.
There are some rules about fate, yes, but...
He passes
He's
his
passed his fate. So he is okay, but he is still on the floor.
He is. I will retreat these. I don't know if I'm supposed
I
to
don't
do
think
this.
you can, because you can't back away with
No, you're right.
mini
Let's
quake.
put
So
it
you
back
might have to
there.
back me off,
I
in
think
fact,
to
if
back
anything.
You off. Back you off over here.
Well, not back off, but just separate by an inch,
There
because
you
obviously they can't begin the turn in one another's zones.
No, that's right.
But I think that does bring us to the conclusion of this round.
And takes us swiftly on to the priority phase, doesn't it,
It
Ross?
does. So let's find a open area here.
A 3.
It's a 3. And I achieved a 1. So priority goes to the Easterlings. Okay, so as we just saw, Easterlings have obtained priority. However, Fraught over here has a nice little rule called the Ring of Durin. It allows me to re-roll once a game a priority dice. Now, I could have called it a heroic move, but I don't want to risk the roll-off, and I've also spent a point of might to no avail. So I'd quite like to start reducing Amdor's point of might should he wish to stand up and move before. So I'm hoping I can get to roll this dice and get higher than a 3. So I need higher than a 3 because a draw will not do me either. And a 5 is achieved! So the Ring of Durin has come good for me, and priority actually stays with the dwarves. Hello, welcome back. Now this is how the board now looks after, I think this is the third turn of moving and shooting. Now as you remember, I had to utilise the Ring of Durin. However, not sooner had I called and won a great victory with the Ring of Durin, Matthew hollered.
Heroic move with Ander.
Indeed, forcing me, as I expected, to use one with Fror, and they promptly lost a roll-off.
Yes, he did, and I was able to use my troopers around here to close the gaps of entry, attempting to protect the, as you may have noticed, vanished possible heirloom of ages past. Because Ross, what then happened in your turn?
In my turn, well, I rushed this gaggle over here, the Warriors of Erebor, the small contingent led by the mighty Frayne. This chappie moved in to base contact with a potential heir of the relic, and lo and behold, we dug it up. Therefore, Erebor seized the heirloom of ages past, and we are now desperately trying to defend it with a meagre force from these guys. And who's this coming over, Matthew?
Well, Camel Toe flew over,
He did.
and he popped off a black Dartius at Thror.
For
Yes, but it didn't hurt him.
it did not.
He's probably going to do as much damage to this small gaggle as he possibly can. But we shall see what the future turns bring.
Indeed. So we do have some combats over here to play with. So we will do them, and we'll come back to you when it's time for the captain fights. Okay, welcome back to what has been again another fairly boring fight. Again, probably about 50-50 for wins across the board, I reckon.
About that, Ross, yes.
However, there was only one death.
Significantly, first blood.
Yes, and it has gone to the dwarves. I had to go two-handed though, in order to achieve that. So, however, we are now going to go to the captain fights. So let's start with maybe Amdor here.
Righto, Amder is in black here, Ross.
Okay.
It's a 5.
It is a 5. I'm going to fight normally here, I think. And I've got a 3. I am going to use
Your banner, are you?
my banner. And I'm going to take it to a 6. So
It's frustrating time to be alive. Let's use my banner.
oh, yeah.
It's
That's a 6 as well, so you do take it.
How exciting.
It is exciting. So let me move these guys out of the way.
Yeah, thank you, Ross.
And
We'll make our way through the group. So they're defense 7, is that right?
They are,
So
yes,
defense
they
7,
are.
is that right? Okay, so Amder, we need 6s across the board.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to put the first 2 on. I'll do one at a time. Pike
Okay.
on the first guy. No.
No.
And on that guy. Yes,
Kills
killed
him.
him. So he's removed from play. And then the final 2 rolls on the last one.
oh,
brilliant.
you got him as well. Was that 6 and a 3?
Throwing his weight around.
He has. I should have kept him on the floor.
Falchion.
He's Alvin, isn't it, as well?
It is Alvin. Yeah, could have gone two-handed.
Could have gone two-handed if you so wished. And then we've got my chap, Foreign, in here.
He's your leader, is he not?
He is my
I'm going
leader.
to fight him.
I've got a 6.
2.
So we do get that, but I think he's only strength 4, isn't he? And he gets no special weapons, so... Oh, the 6 and the 5 will
Does
do
the
it this
job.
time. Does a job this time, doesn't he?
Both lost 2 men now, Ross, after this turn.
Yes, we have. Fantastic. Okay, so that's the end of that. So we will go into priority for the next turn. Matthew?
6.
6. I had it last turn. So now what I roll, it will go to you anyway. That's academic, isn't it? That's exciting. So priority switches to the Easterlings.
Welcome back, everyone, to the end of that movement and shooting. Over in the corner of activity that's been here ever present from the start of the game, what we have is a situation where Ross called a heroic move. He did, yes, that's right. You did, Ross. In fact, Ross, you called not one heroic move, you called two heroic moves, didn't you?
And a heroic march.
And a heroic march. And I counted with one heroic move of my own, but not in this corner. No. It was over here. Where more action's taking place. The Dragon Knight called a heroic move, won the roll off. We've swarmed in. He's picked on the guy who's carrying the relic, the heirloom of ages
who
past.
is not transfixed by the relic.
It's important to know.
And also important is what's happened to Frayne.
Who is transfixed?
He is transfixed. I just chucked a single resist dice at it.
Yeah.
Rolled a 1.
Camel Toe did his
bit, and now he's in there as well.
And yeah, over back in the corner here, we've just got you've attempted to kind of shut me down over here, haven't you, Ross?
I have. We charged in through a couple of thrown weapons, a couple of good solid hits, but once again, 4s across the board.
That's right.
That's not good. And then, as I say, I had a heroic march over here, so the dwarves started to scurry across. Is it too late? Perhaps, but we shall see. And then Matthew,
my archers have just pressed forward 3 inches, popped off some shots at the Iron Hills over there, but all the arrows could do was bounce off their thick armour.
Indeed. That is all they could do. So anyway, we will now move into the combat phase. And as always, guys, we will show you the captain fights.
Welcome back, everybody, to the fight phase. So we've had a bit of a loss of numbers over here for the Easterlings, haven't we, Ross?
Yeah, I think I'm slowly getting the upper hand over here.
Yeah,
slowly but surely.
In the heirloom of ages past battle over here, we've had a dwarf fall upon his spear.
Indeed, he did.
He has.
And
we're captain
fighting. Yeah,
that's right, Ross.
So where would you like to start, Matthew?
Ross, I think
we've got a few.
Like to start. So I'd like to start with the Dragon Knight to see if we can claim.
With the Dragon Knight, he's a Pokemon, mate.
Yes.
The Dragon Knight. How many attacks do he have now?
It's 3 attacks.
It's 3 attacks. And what's his fight value, mate?
I believe it's a 5.
Okay, so you're better than I.
Indeed. Here we go. Only a 4.
Only a 4. Now I do have 2 of my own in there. Oh, that's only a 4 as well.
Dragon Knight does win. And he's a strength 4 against your defense 7.
He is.
So 6 is required to kill. It's not to be.
Not to be 2 4s and a 1. And where do you want to go next, mate?
Let's do Thrain.
Frayne. Okay. So he is transfixed. So
striking for 2.
A 2. A 6.
We have
never in doubt, really.
We have seen you roll 3 1s before, though, haven't we,
We
Ross?
have. That's
game, in
very
fact.
true.
Let's do the Foul Beast. So he has 2 attacks, but he's flying in, so he gets 3 attacks.
It does do his
right,
charge.
Ross?
It is. Would you like to set your bar with my 2 Arabians?
That'll be quite fun.
It's just 50-50, isn't it? That's not.
It's a 6. So they are knocked to the floor.
They are.
Foul Beast is strength 6, is he not?
I believe it is.
So it's a 5+ to kill. We'll
It
go for
is.
the first one first. So that's 1 dead.
Yep.
And then we'll roll 4 dice for the remainder.
Mm-hmm.
And hope that we get another 5+, which we do.
Perfect. So both will die. Okay, so let's move over here then. And you want to do who? Sorry, Matt. Do
This one.
roll first. Okay. Do you want me to roll first? You've got a 6.
1.
Only a 1. Let's see if we can do some killing. Yes, the 5 will be enough to vanquish his foe. We're going to do a little swap out there. Some more exciting bases to look at. So Amdor is now fighting alone against 2 Grimmies.
Amdor is going to roll only a 3 at this point.
So I think, actually, I may have made a mistake here. I think I need to declare if I'm going two-handed before any dice are rolled.
That's true.
So I will not, in the interest of gamesmanship, declare that I'm going two-handed. So I'll just roll. A 6 was achieved.
I'll roll with my banner,
Oh, yes.
which Amdor has upon himself,
A 4.
which is not enough. So he's going to retreat.
And I will strike out at him. I will lash out. Uncontrolled lashing results in no wounds at all. That's twice now I've successfully beat him in combat and not caused a wound. So we will now move to priority for the next turn.
2.
It's a 2. Make me rich.
So
So 1. Alas, we shall move in and show the board when we finish moving.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the end of the moving and the shooting phase, of which there was no shooting.
There was none.
No, we had over here, we had a call of heroism from Thrain, didn't we?
We did.
And then a counter call from the Dragon Knight.
Indeed.
And also the man carrying the heirloom of ages past was transfixed.
Transfixed.
Not by
Of all turns.
not by the Wraith, but by
the
his
heirloom
own,
itself.
yes, his own weak mind. So Thrain won the roll off, and he's charged bravely into Camul too. And as Ross is showing you now with his excellent camera work, the bows and the Iron Hills continue to rush up. This is a full-on scrap over the heirloom, and over in the original activity corner, it's still going. Though Amder has rushed through the crowd and sought glorious combat with Thror.
It's gone well for him so far.
Yes. So we'll be with you. We'll bring that one to you shortly.
We will. Hello and welcome back. So we've done the regular fights. All that remains is for you to join us for the captain fights. However, we'll sum up for you quickly now.
Yeah.
Matthew, sum up.
Well, I'm sure the more perceptive of you can see there's a significant lack of golden armour in there.
I mean,
I was slaughtered.
probably fair to say it was a disaster.
Yeah, hammers was smashing through plate, steel, and crushing vital organs. Now,
Although it does nothing to paper over the fact that losing heavily over here, and we'll probably lose a game on victory points. But we had great fun crushing the golden boys.
yeah.
So where would you like to go now, Matthew?
I think we'd like to start with the Dragon Knight in his little fight
Okay.
against this.
So it's just a
solo
one-shot in
streamer.
there, isn't there?
That's right. Yes, the Dragon Knight's a 3.
So I think the sensible thing for me to do here would be to shield.
Yeah, it sounds sensible.
And I will give me a 5.
Only a. Oh no, there's a 5.
There's a 5.
The light was dastardly.
Like the dastardly. So you do you do win, and I've got a funny feeling that
I need
my boy here will
6s
die.
raw, don't I?
You do.
No, he's
He did survive, yes. And I retain somehow possession of the heirloom.
Indeed, and this little section of your army here is holding on very well, Rostron.
It is.
Against my elite troops as well.
Yeah, these Black Dragon upgrades, aren't they?
Yes, but this could sway things. We've now got Camel, who used his point of will to increase his fight value to a 6.
Yes.
So it's a 6-on-6 really with Thrain.
Thrain does have a master crafted two-handed sword, two-handed hammer. So for those of you that aren't in the know, that means that he doesn't suffer the -1 penalty for dual wielding it with 2 hands. Therefore, unless I say otherwise, he will always be going two-handed.
Yes, that seems a sensible thing to do, Ross. A Tron,
Should I set you a bar?
if you like. It's a 4.
It's a 4.
Well, I have 2 black with Camel here. He's hoping for a 5. Here we go. It is a 5.
It is a 5.
There is a single might left in Thrain's store.
There is, and I think at this junction, ladies and gentlemen, mind you, if I do the 5, you can go up to the 6, can't you?
I can.
It'd force you to use it.
Would he like to keep his might for a heroic move later in the game, perhaps?
Perhaps he would, but I feel I could force you to use a point of your might here.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm going to use it, I think.
Okay. And as will I, retaining control of the fight.
Okay.
I'm going to be striking terrible blows upon him.
But it's important to note here that Thrain actually charged, so the strikes aren't doubled.
That's right.
Um,
What's his defense, Ross?
defense of 8.
8. So I need...
6s, I believe.
I think I need a 5 with the Fell Beast.
Okay.
And a 6x4 with the Easterling.
Okay.
I will check.
Please check. So Matthew, the walking rulebook was in fact correct. So 5s are going to be on the black dice. We need 6x4s on the red.
Oh, it's
And
unfortunate.
nothing was achieved.
No, in
For any of the other way round,
It would have been quite nice. So he's not your leader, is he?
he's not my leader, no.
No, so we won't use might on trying to kill him.
Okay. But unfortunately, if you could back me away, Matthew.
Will, and also remove the point of will, so I
Preferably
didn't
back.
cause a wound.
Oh yes, that's very true. Preferably back. No. Back towards the centre would be preferable. Thank you. Try and do me out of one. So let's
What do you
move.
mean?
You know what I mean. Okay, so this is an exciting fight.
Fight of Heroes. This is Amdor's point of excellence, really, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We're both fight 6s, aren't we?
Yes.
But Amdor does have the Alvan Blade, so in a tie, we're both count as banners. In a tie, you would have the upper hand, if you will.
That's exactly right, Ross.
So-
Because Falchion.
Do you want me to let you roll first? You keep checking the rule book. You're looking for a dastardly rule that may help you out here.
I just know he's supposed to be like a good hero killer, and I was seeing if there's any extra bits and bobs, but there is not.
Interesting, and it's a discussion to be had another time. I think he's a good Lord of the Rings era killer, but the Hobbit era heroes seem to be on a different level. But anyway,
It's a good discussion point, Ross.
it is a discussion point, but not one to have now.
No. Well, I will be rolling 3 black dice to represent Amda's
There we
flurry.
In your artful dodger gloves.
A
A
5.
5. That's not too bad.
It's not awful.
But I do have the 6.
Now then. Do we use a point of might to match you? Oh, first of
Or
all,
perhaps
should
you
use
could use yourself as a banner.
my banner.
Maybe use the 1. Yep. It's only a 3.
I will use a point of might.
Just to warn you, he is defense 9 before you do that. So
Yes.
the likelihood, what do you need to roll to wound?
It's only a 6x4.
6 by 4. Okay.
It
How
has been done.
much? How much might has he got left?
Well, first of all, it's a dual roll because we're at equal fight value. So this really is.
Oh, yeah, it is. Are you sure you want to do it then?
Yes, we'll just see what chance has in store for us. You say the dice gods curse you, perhaps they shall bless me.
Perhaps.
I get it on a 1 to a 4.
Yes, you do.
It's very in my favour.
I always lose a roll off. Always.
Right, let's get some 6s and some 4s. Hopefully 6s
How much might do you have left?
1 after that.
1. And
It's 2 2s and a 1, and just like that, they desert me.
alas, the mighty Fraw holds out. So I think that's everything, isn't it?
It is at this stage, yes.
No one is that close to breaking, I don't believe.
No, not quite yet.
How much time do you have left in the game, Matthew?
15 minutes, Ross.
15 minutes. So let's go into crucial priority. A 6 was achieved by me and a 4. So priority goes to the dwarfs.
Welcome back, everybody, to the end of that movement and shooting phase. Key area here.
He's screwed.
There was a heroic move called by Camille. He flew over, shot off a black dart at Thrall, but did not wound him, though it did pop off, didn't it?
It did pop off.
I neglected to give Ross time to resist.
You could have wasted 2 will points as well.
Yes, alas, we did what we did. And now he's flown into Thrain, and I've promptly surrounded the heirloom of ages past carrier with my Dragon Knight and 2 of his black dragon upgraded Easterlings. The hope is to snaffle it before he can scurry away.
Indeed. And over here, I called a heroic march with my Iron Hills captain. Still miles away from any action. And then, Matthew, what happened here?
Oh wow, my archers, Ross, rather than choosing to rush towards the heirloom, they decided to pop off with all their firepower.
Yeah, I
and
feel it's probably under control, isn't it, for you?
yes, eight bows clunked and clinked off thick armour, but 2 found their mark.
They did.
And 2
Vanquished.
dwarfs were slain.
They were indeed. Anyway, so we're now going to go into the combat phase, and then we will come back to you, as always, with the captain fights.
Wait. Welcome back, everybody, to the combat phase. We had a pike guy die, didn't we, over here, Ross?
Yeah, I won both combat. Oh no, you won that one, didn't you?
I did. I shielded away.
Because I made a little bit of a mistake moving Fraw out. So he's a 6-inch banner, but luckily it did affect that combat. But it didn't give me any benefits, did it?
No.
Still lost it.
And over
then-
here at the heirloom area, we managed to kill a single dwarf.
Oh, can't really see what you're
Can't
pointing
see
at
that.
because he was at there. We go.
Little section.
So we're now going to go on to.
Amda.
Well, it's my priority, isn't it? So I think I would like to do the Amda fight.
Excellent.
Go on,
choice.
mate. What are you gonna get for me?
5.
5. That's no worries because we'll get a 6. Oh, did you see it flash?
No. I need a. What are they? Defense 7.
7.
Aren't they? Okay, 6 is here. Oh, I couldn't do the damage.
What was you saying earlier on? Oh, he's a hero killer. Can't even get through the chaff.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And then over here, I would very much enjoy doing Frayne. Am I right in saying has a better fight value because you've not spent a point of will?
No, I forgot to do it, Ross. Actually. as it
Oh,
happens.
okay.
So yes, he does have a better fight value.
Oh, this is
in that
fantastic.
instance.
Okay. So I'll go.
I charged you, didn't I? So.
You did. That's very true. Oh, I only got 5 highest.
Oh, I've only got 3 highest.
That's not good.
Could the slip of my mind cause me to lose this game? It would be very pitiful if it did. Well, you win.
I do. So obviously I was two-handed, as I said earlier on, unless I say otherwise. So I am going to strike at Kamul. And what do I need?
His defense 8 and your strength 4. So you would need a 6, but now you need a 5.
Do I go for him, though? Do I take the foul beast? What do I need to win the foul beast? What would that need?
That would only need a... You would need a 5, so you need a 4.
Oh,
But it's 3 wounds on a foul beast.
That is true.
So you need 3 4s. Which you potentially would only need 1 5 to kill Kamul.
And what do I need to win the Easterling that's in combat with me?
You would need a 4.
A 4. Oh, it's choices, isn't it? Choices. Let's go for successful fate wounds don't count though, do they?
No, but if I lose my fate, I lose my man. He's only got 1 wound.
That's very true. I'm going to go...
He's the leader.
He is the leader, you're
There's
right.
2 points in it for you here.
I feel like you're
That's what I would do.
leading me. I'll go for Camel. Why not?
Yes.
Why not? Oh my
it's
good
ginormous.
god, it's a huge roll. And unfortunately, Camel has been vanquished and will be unceremoniously, whilst Matthew's back breaks.
That's
That's
my
his
reach.
limit, and will be placed within the dead pile. It's good news. So we'll carry on now
To the Dragon
to
Knight.
the Dragon Knight.
Hopefully he can steal the air.
I'm going to shield.
Dragon Knight's black.
I've got a 6.
It's only a 6. There's a 6 in
6
there.
in there
Oh,
as
the light in
well.
here is ruining my...
It is not very good, is it?
No. Well then.
But allows for excitement nonetheless.
Indeed. What does he...
I think 6s across the
Need.
board, mate.
It is 6s across the board. We only need 1. We have 5 dice.
Indeed.
There is
There it
two
is.
Sixes.
2 6s.
He's been cut from the
But
game.
importantly,
The Dragon Knight will take...
well, however, there is discussion to be had here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so in Matthew's excitement to claim the heirloom, he rolled all together, which then causes an issue because the Dragon Knight got a 6, which is a slaying roll. However, one of the Easterlings also got a slaying roll. So I feel we need to roll a dice here to see which model actually laid the killing blow. So you want to do 1 to 3 is the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, sure.
5 to
It would go
6
to
it
the
goes to
other
the
one
other
then.
one.
But while we were off camera, the timer rang,
It did.
indicating this is the last turn. So we have to do some totting of some victory points.
We shall. And we shall come back to you with a post-battle battle report.
There we go.
Hello everybody, welcome to the post-battle battle report with your SPGMR hosts Matt and Ross.
Hey,
We've just did the totting, and the totting would suggest that on the very last turn, due to the slaying of that model,
yes.
the Dragon Knight and his companions took possession of the heirloom.
The heirloom of ages past.
Indeed. So the scores added up was 6 to the Easterlings and 2
Yes.
to
Or
Ross
could
and his
be
dwarves.
potentially 7-3 if Andor and Frawl count as banners.
Oh, that's true, yes. Either way, the Easterlings
Either
have,
way, it is academic.
they've won, and they shall move on to the next round of this extensive tournament. At this juncture, Ross, I suppose we should ask any comments on the style of play, the game, any points of serious issue for you?
No, not really. Just right at the very end, it was very frustrating because if he hadn't have died, it wouldn't have flipped, and thus I would have maintained victory.
Indeed, you would have. Yes, there's not much you can comment on that one, is there? Because
No.
it was a last turn, last roll. Literally, the last roll of the dice ended it,
Yeah.
and flipped the victory. Just like that.
It's all sort of luck, isn't it? I mean, it's down to the fact that was the one that was uncovered. I mean, if it would have been this one down here, in the bottom left-hand corner where Andor and Frawl were fighting it out, it might have been different because I've certainly won over here. Or if we'd have been a bit quicker and we'd had time for another turn, I feel like I may have
Get it
been
back.
able to recapture it.
Perhaps, yes.
What with
perhaps in the case.
Camel down and Frayne ready to smash through, but you know, it's one of those.
It is one of those.
What about you?
It was a tricky game because your Iron Hills were isolated. My Easterling archers are isolated. They did a little bit of damage at the end there, but we had a very thick battle at the beginning, and it lasted the entire length of the game.
It
and I
did.
think you came up trumps on that one.
They
I
did.
was two models from breaking, as well. By the end was Ross. I think you only lost a. Oh, you lost a fair few actually.
Yeah, 3, 6, 9. It was 9 in the end.
9, yeah. So we had the same number count, 28 models each at the beginning.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think it's obviously the high defense kept me in it for a bit longer.
Definitely.
And the fact that the King's Guard, the King's Guardians upgrade gives me strength 4, so that's good. I don't need 6s, I need 5s.
Indeed, you did have the advantage there, but all in all, it was a pretty tactical, exciting, rushing around game.
It was. And actually, one of my favourite armies has now been eliminated. I mean, all my armies have, apart from Barador, have thus far been eliminated.
So maybe the Dark Lord will be the victor at the end of this tournament. Who knows?
Yeah, I doubt it.
The first winner and the last winner.
Indeed.
We should see.
But I don't know how a high handshake's going to work here, because as you can tell, you're higher up than what you normally are.
We'll have to shake up here, won't we?
I have to shake up here. You're coming from that angle.
Thank you, Ross.
Thank you.